What's going on in the neighborhood? It's your boy Nate, and you wish I could. Hey, spitting rhymes every day and night. You know that I'm here and it's out of sight. We watching our podcast day and night. I want you to sit back and relax, enjoy the show. Word. Back to me. Yeah. What's going on? If you're new to the podcast, thank you for joining in. If you're old to the podcast, welcome back. It is your podcast host, Nate Larry of TheTalkin'Block, and we are here. We're back, baby, in another day, another weekend, another dollar, and we're not short. It's for all of the inexperienced, the experienced, the old, the new, the brand new, the somewhat refurbished, the broken, the healed, the tender-hearted, the insensitive, all of the above. Black, white, Mexican, Hispanic, I don't care. You could be all the way in Antarctica, and I will still have my underwear on while I record, because why wouldn't I?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I definitely do have underwear on right now. And I'm just kidding. I'm serious. Don't clip me for that. I do have underwear on. I was trying to spit something that I probably shouldn't have. But the point of the podcast is to change my mind, because that mind can change another. Those minds will change so many more, become a chain of changed minds. And that is all that matters, because TTB, Toast to Becoming, that is what we are built on. That's why we are a neighborhood built on success and becoming better. Today, there's not really much of a formula, I will say. I mean, I know I do poem, hot take, which is topic of the day, news, black news, but not today. Today, I just want to talk to you guys. I want to sit down and enjoy this time that we have as you guys watch and listen, or just listen if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Spotify, any podcasting streaming platform that you have. But yeah, why today we are here is because Spotify gave out their 2025 Wrapped. And with that, well, before we get into that, because that's technically topic of the day, let's talk about poem of the day. I know you were like, Nate, you just said no formula. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Because if you don't know, not only am I a podcaster, but your podcast host is a author. A two-time author at that, which is like really weird to say. Because, see, this is what we're talking about, people. We gotta be better. We gotta fix the ad-libs. We can't be saying all the time. I know you guys get bored of that. Anyways. Yeah. Your podcast host is a two-time author, and it is really a big accomplishment to think about. For the first time that I did it, I don't know. I didn't bring it up that much. It wasn't something that I talked about. It was kind of behind and in the shadows, mainly because, I mean, when you think about it, there's things that you do in life that you're proud of. And don't get me wrong, I'm very proud of it. But it's like, it doesn't hit you until something else happens in the realm of that category that you're like, whoa, I did do that. And what I'm trying to say is, like, for car buyers, you buy your first car at 18. And it's like, years ago, yeah, you bought your car at 18. But it's not until you get that 2025 that you think about it. You're like, the only reason I'm able to get this 2025 right now is because 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I bought my first car at such and such, or when I didn't have much, or when this was going on, or when that was going on. And it makes you think, yo, like, I really did do that. And that's what this is for me. Pinky Pointer Thumb is my second book. This book was published by Newman Springs, written by me, artwork technically by me, but that's a long story that we're not going to get into. This is 42 pages long, I believe. Trying to learn my own book, you know. Yeah, believe 42 pages. Let's see. Getting there. 35. Well, I thought it was 42. It said 42 on the thing, on the little information on Amazon. But 42 pages, I believe, written by me, published by Newman Springs. Art, we'll say that's up in the air. And a little blurb on the back. A little blurb on the back. It says, when it comes in a manner of longevity, hoping to last longer than the years of the ones who holds it. Love is not a treasure, but a gift given, a gift that you should be picky about who receives the special kind of love. Love is gentle, kind, honest, pain, anger, gratitude, attitude. But love is always something you want to have. If love were a work of art, it would be blank, waiting for those magnificent painters of love to create, awaiting to be someone's glorified thanks. Love is not an emotion, it's a passion behind an action. Where this came from, it was little information about the book. I wrote the book within the years of 16 to 18. I put all these poems together at 18 with the help of my mom. She sent it to a publishing company. And then at 18, I got a call and they were saying, hey, we want to help you publish your book. We really like it. And we were wanting to work with you. And in that like short time frame, I was speechless because in the middle of my storm was published all by me, pictures by me. The only thing that the technically publishing company did was they printed it, but marketing was up to me, publishing was up to me, all of that, me paying for the book was all up to me. Don't get me wrong, public paying for this book was all up to me, but this was $60. This was a amount of money. Won't say how much. But with this book, I didn't put a lot of effort into it because of, the amount of work I didn't know I had to put into it. I didn't know that it was up to me to market it. I didn't know that in order for people to buy it, I had to speak about it. I didn't know that the only place that you could get it was their website. So there was a lot of things with this book that I was just like, eventually it was on the back burner of my mind. Like, I still published a book, but to me, something wasn't sitting right for it to be like, I published a book. And I published this one at 18. These are only a few months apart of being, I guess, official. I published this one at 18. I get a call to publish this one at 18, a few months after this one. So yeah, this Pinky Pointer Thumb, you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere that you really can get a book. It's also on ebook, so Apple Books, Amazon Kindle, anywhere you can honestly get a book. But back to the whole point of this, it's really weird because with this book, it's just there's so much story behind it. I wrote it again from like 16 to 18, got it published around 18. It's a take on my love because Pinky Pointer Thumb means, I think it's this way, I love you in Spanish, in sign language. Look at me trying to think I know what I'm talking about. It means I love you in sign language. And through those years, that was a very hard time of love for me, not only relationship wise, but family wise, spiritually, and personally. I was dealing with I didn't know how to love myself in certain cases, didn't know how to love others, didn't know how to love friends, didn't know how to love God. And so the only way I felt that I could get it out was by writing. And eventually I was like, you know what? Turn it into a book, because that's what I did with my first one. And well, we're here now. So I'm going to read a little blurb for you guys, and hopefully you guys can go buy it, read some more. These will not be my only two books. I'm planning to write a lot more. It's just with poetry and also just book writing, it takes time. But hopefully you guys can enjoy this book. I will say that if you are looking for In the Middle of My Storm, go to poetizerpublishing.com. Look it up on Poetizer, In the Middle of My Storm by Nathaniel Larrier. You should be able to find it. If not, DM me. I'll send you the link. Honestly, I DM me. I will send you the link. You can buy it there. I am working on something with this book, so hopefully I can get it out mainstreamed everywhere, just like this one. So hang tight for that one. But yeah, I'm going to read something from both of them. So sit tight, relax. Hope you enjoy. This one doesn't have titles, by the way, but In the Middle of My Storm does, due to the way that the publishing company wrote it. But we're going to see. Let's see. Man. I like this. I really do like this one. This one a lot. I do. It's not my favorite one, but I like this one. And it goes like this. Scarred and bruised, what more left to lose? The love I gave myself, pain I put myself through. For what? Gashes from 3-inch deep words I cut myself with. I care for you, they all said. But do you love me? Because I don't love me. That's why I am where I am. The sun hides behind the clouds. The clouds cry for her. My smile is only so strong. Goodbye, old me. I can't stay depressed, oppressed. I must love every ounce of me, perfectly imperfect. Of course, we're going to talk about it because why not? And the weird thing is, with these poems, I can tell you not only what I think it means, but what it actually means because I'm the one who wrote it. But actually, let's do this. You guys write in the comments what you think I meant. And then at the end of the poem, at the end of the podcast, I'll tell you what I actually meant. Okay? So go throughout the video, think about what this poem means and tell me what you think it means. And then at the end of the podcast, I'll let you guys know what it means. All right? On to the second book. In the Middle of My Storm. Wow. And just to like put it in perspective, 18 wasn't a long time for me. I'm only 21. So publishing a book at 18 and then another one at it was technically 20 when I published it. I had just turned 21 right before it was mainstreamed and publicized. But yeah, it's quite some accomplishments. Let's see. There's one that I really do love in this book, and I don't know exactly what it is. Here it is. Like I said, with this publishing company, we had to have titles to publish the book. So this one does have a title. And the title of this poem is She's the Masterpiece. Art in my world is her. She speaks as the pencil waltz across the paper. Passion is her beauty, so indulged to make it perfect, her eyes gleaming with ideas. The heart's touch as she shares the masterpiece, behind a world of pain and scars. Every tick and mark all over. From the flow of her finger to the stream of creativity, covered with a crown built with strings of imagination. One after another, magnificent creations. Love is my art for you. It's what I have best to show. Compared to her, ain't no way I'd go get first place. Sorry. It's been a while since I've read these poems. One more time so that I can get my life together. Art is my world. See, I don't even have it together. Art in my world is her. She speaks as the pencil waltzes across the paper. Passion is her beauty, so indulged to make it perfect. Her eyes gleaming with ideas, the heart's touch as she shares the masterpiece. Behind a world of pain and scars, every tick and mark overall. From the flow of her finger to the stream of creativity, covered with a crown built with strings of imagination. One after another, magnificent creations. Love is my art for you. It's what I have best to show. Compared to her, ain't no way I get first place. Again, tell me what you think it means. At the end of the podcast, I'll tell you what it actually means. Once again, please, if you can, and don't get me wrong, when I say that, I'm not begging you to because everybody's different. Not everybody reads poetry. But not only is this supporting me, but it's supporting us. And I truly do mean that because as I'm becoming more into myself and my career, not only with podcasting, but entrepreneurship, everything that I want to do is not only for me, but it's for those surrounding me. And both of these books are meant to connect. They're meant to hopefully touch somebody's heart in a way that they can know that I feel or I felt the same way that they have felt or are feeling at some point. Pinky Pointer Thumb, I really do hope connects to somebody. None of these poems were just written off the whim and because I felt like it. Every last single one of those poems in Pinky Pointer Thumb was written because I felt something. And in that moment of feeling, I wrote. So I know that I'm not the only one that has felt something that these lines are speaking. And I know there's lots of people out there right now that do feel the way that this book is going to make you feel. So if you can, go get Pinky Pointer Thumb, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever. And then, again, if you can, and you find it, go to Poetizer Publishing, get In the Middle of My Storm, written by your podcast host, Nate Leary. I'll leave him there for a quick minute, let you get your gaze on him and be like, dang, bro, you like that. Yeah, I'm like that. Somewhat. We're getting there.
We did it! We did it! Yes!
But yeah. Okay. Do that. And while we're on the topic of me, this podcast that's really what it's about, is me. But in the way of, I want my new audience to get to know me. At the same time, I want you guys to continuously get to know me that are coming in day to day and listening. And as I was saying earlier, Spotify Podcast Wrapped has came out. The Spotify Wrapped has came out for 2025, which means that as a Spotify creator, I get a creator wrapped. And I wanted to share it with you guys and see how we are doing and see like how much this podcast has really grown within the 4 years. Because October 26th of 2025, it had been 4 years of me podcasting, you guys being part of the neighborhood, and us just loving and enduring together. But let's see. All right. Yes. Oh, gotta sign in. And I will say that I'm very shocked at some of the results that I got. Not gonna lie. Hold on, it's asking for a code 575103. 575103. That's how I remember my codes. Is I just say them in 2-digit numbers and go about my business. But as I was saying, I'm really shocked about the way that this podcast has grown within the past 4 years, only because, as a creator and one that's building brick by brick a foundation from bottom to top and trying to build, honestly, an empire on something honest, it's very hard. And, sometimes I get a little discouraged and I think I shouldn't be doing this. I should quit. But you guys, time and time again, come through and you guys share and you guys are liking and you guys are commenting and subscribing and giving me a reason to continue. And the rap showed me that. The Talking Block 2025 Spotify Rap for Creators is here. Hold on, let me see if I can get you guys to see what it looks like. Yeah, hopefully you saw that. But let's go. 2025, this was quite the year for you, and it was. A little proof that hard work pays off, and it does. Total followers increased in followers from the last year, 7%. 7% of my followers increased since last year. You guys are thinking, well, that's not a big number, Nate. You have to think about it. For any amount of increase, to even get 0.1%, that has to be a large margin. So for it to be 7% just shows enough that y'all are doing your thing. Let's see. Your listening passports got a real workout. Your show is loved in one place in particular, United States, obviously, because I am American and that's mostly what I would expect. But hold on. Let's see if it says. It goes without saying, your fans have greatest taste. Here's what else they're listening to. You guys are listening to Autumn, Tyler Childers, Diane, Giveon, and Joe Sample. I was trying to see if there was any other way it could tell me where else you guys have been listening to, but I can go check that out in a minute. And we can see what other countries and places that you guys are listening to. Some of the top shows that you guys are watching are Podcast Morning Chat, The 7, Hidden Brain, Your Biopic Writing Coach, and No Stupid Question. Which is kind of really, honestly, when you think about it, it's really cool because what that tells me is I probably should go listen to some of these podcasts, see what y'all are listening to, see what y'all like, and figure out how to become better. Not stealing the ideas, but reconstructing in ways that I know that are going to appeal to you guys because this is what you guys are listening to. Okay, might want to frame this. What do we want to frame? a 2025 fan fave. Your average rating was higher than 75% of other shows. That's crazy. You guys, 75% had my podcast had a higher rating than 75% of other shows. And when you think about it, 75%, there's a lot of podcasts in the world. So to be 75%, that means 3/4 of the shows that people are watching today, my podcast had a high rating. Y'all are loving this. Y'all are loving me, and I love that. Let's see what else. And then I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It just says the Talking Block, your year, your fan, your story. Let them in on the win. And I did. I really do. And I honestly thank you guys so much for just the amount of love that you guys are showing. I'm going to see what other countries we have been listening to. Let's go to analytics. As of recently, 40. It's very split end with the amount of male and female listeners. I brought this up at one point because males were listening more than the females, which means that just my people, my male associates are enjoying what I'm putting out, and in some shape or form are enjoying just the, I guess, male representation in the podcasting show. On the aspect of, we're not talking about sports, we're not talking about games, we're not talking about crime, we're not talking about anything, but it's a heartfelt podcast. Not many male podcasts are out here talking about emotional stuff, being vulnerable. And for males to listen more than females were at one point, that meant a lot to me. And I love that. But as of right now, females, y'all came back up. And y'all are like right there listening with us. But all of you guys are listening, so I really do appreciate that. Age-wise, we got some 13% are listening from the age of 0 to 17, and that's awesome. 51, so more than half of you guys are around my age group, which is 18 to 22. 5% of you guys are 23 to 27. 4.2% of you guys are, 28 to 34. 13% of you guys are 34 to 44. 12% of you guys are 49 to 50, and then above and beyond, you guys are nowhere to be found, which means my 60 and plus, you guys are listening to the news every morning. News 12 with your coffee and your newspaper every morning. And I love that for you guys. Geographic location. So like it said, like the 2025 rap said, 86% of you guys are listening from the United States. 4.6% of you guys are listening from Germany. 3.5% of you guys are listening from Ireland. And then 0.9% of you guys are listening from Singapore. 0.6% of you guys are listening from the United Kingdom. And then I'm not going to go through the whole specifics, but we also got Poland, Puerto Rico, Australia, Russia, Canada, Japan, New Zealand, South Africa, Bangladesh, Sweden, Belgium, Philippines, Armenia, Honduras, India, Barbados, Turkey, Colombia, Luxembourg, which I don't know where that's at, Netherlands, France, and Vietnam. And that's on all platforms. On Spotify, mainly just United States, Philippines, and Canada. So I really do guys appreciate you. And you guys are listening on web browser, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, and others. So please, guys, keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep honestly doing what you guys are doing best, and that is loving on the podcast, because why not? Be sure to go get some gear. Check out Big Cartel. Look up Big Cartel TheTalkin'Block. You should be able to find it. If not, just go to Big Cartel and look up the shop, because once you go to bigcartel.com, you'll be able to, it'll ask you what shop you're looking for, and you just put in the Talking Block as regular as you would see it on Spotify. And then you can go get your t-shirt. If not, go to Shopify. Working on putting on the Amazon shopping. I think it should be. If not, we're working on it. But putting it on Amazon so that you guys can get it on Amazon. But go to Shopify and check it out there. Get some gear from there. I know that if you cannot find it and you don't want to look it up, go to Instagram at the.talking.block, and then it is in my bio. If you have me on Facebook, it's there too. TikTok, I don't think it's there, but there's ways to find it. And once again, don't hesitate to interact with me. Text me on Instagram, DM me, be like, hey, I'm looking for this, or hey, I want you to talk about this. That is one of the biggest things that I'm realizing is not happening. And it's nothing against y'all, but it's more so how I got to figure out how to do it. But I really do, and I so wholeheartedly don't come in my DMs talking mess. Don't come in my DMs asking to be on the podcast, and I truly don't know you or know anything you stand behind. But if you text me like, hey, I really love your podcast, thank you, I'll respond. If you text me, hey, I want you to talk about this, or did you see this? This is something I'd like for you to talk about. Got you. I'll look into it and I'll let you know, but like, hey, I really love this idea. I'm thinking about it. I'll shout you out. Appreciate it. If you're looking for a shirt, and you can't find it, hey, can you send me the link? I will send you the link. No problem. I really do want to interact with you guys more. So not only do you guys need, not need to, but not only do I want you guys to, message me on Instagram, but put in the comments. I'm always looking at the comments. I'm always looking to see what you guys are saying in the comments and figure out what exactly I can change, what we can change. So there's that. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I really do appreciate you guys for coming and sitting down and chatting with me one more time, because I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Once again, not once again, before we go, I did tell you guys I would talk about what the poems mean. So as for the poem in Pinky Pointer Thumb, if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Here it is. I'll read it one more time and then we'll, talk about it. Scarred and bruised, what more left to lose? The love I gave myself, pain I put myself through. For what? Gashes from 3-inch deep wounds I cut myself with. I care for you, they all said, but do you love me? Because I don't love me. That's why I'm where I am. The sun hides behind the clouds cry for her. My smile is only so strong. Goodbye, old me. I can't stay depressed, oppressed. I must love every ounce of me, perfectly imperfect. So what this poem means, and if you guys said something similar, congratulations, you got it right. But this was during a time of very major depression, honestly. And I had, a lot going on. And I just felt that I was hurting myself emotionally, not physically. I didn't hurt myself physically. It never got that far. And that is not to discredit anybody that is going through that. I'm just saying, for me, it didn't get that far. But I was hurting myself emotionally, spiritually, and it was really taking a toll. And gashes from 3-inch deep words I cut myself with. I was very bad on the negative talk. It was a lot of, you didn't mean anything, you're nothing, they don't love you, she doesn't love you, this, that, you're no good, such and such, and so on and so forth. So this poem is really about a lot of how I was physically making myself feel, how I was physically making myself appear, how I was mentally making myself feel, and emotionally where I was. And in the end, I had to be like, my smile is only so strong. Goodbye, old me. I had to get rid of it. I can't stay depressed. I can't keep oppressing myself in this place of hurt. And I had to love every ounce of me, perfectly imperfect. So that's what that poem meant. And if you are struggling with any type of depression, I know that, and I hate for it to be a fact, not everybody survives it. I'm going to be really honest. I'm never one to sugarcoat. Not everybody survives it. But if there is an ounce of you, if there is a tiny bit of hope for you, and there is, please reach out to somebody, reach out to anybody, and find that hope. Find that tiny bit of a smile that you can grab. Find that tiny bit of hope. Find that tiny bit of faith. Hold on to it and talk to somebody. Because there is never a reason for us to go through anything alone. I promise you that. There's never any reason for us to go through anything alone. Okay, thank you. As for In the Middle of My Storm, this one is a little bit more clear as for what it means. And where is it at? She's the masterpiece. Art in my world is her. She speaks as the pencil waltzes across the paper. Passion is her beauty, so indulged to make it perfect. Her eyes gleaming with ideas, the heart's touch as she shares the masterpiece. Behind a world of pain and scars, every tick and mark overall, from the flow of her finger to the stream of creativity, covered with a crown built with strings of imagination. One after another, magnificent creations. Love is my art for you. It's what I have best to show. Compared to her, ain't no way I get first place. This one was written about a specific person. And in this relationship, she was an artist. She was big on art. She loved to draw. She loved to paint. She loved all of that. And so I was just talking about, how I saw her through my eyes of how she felt about art, everything. She was very, her art was very meticulous. She was very practical about everything. Everything that she did, it had to be a certain way. And that's what I meant by every tick and mark all over was a world of pain and scars that she was hiding behind. The flow of her finger, extreme creativity, everything that she touched, I felt was very artistic. It was very creative. And in the end, love was my art that I could show her. I felt that was an art by itself. But even then, and it came to be true that the amount of art in her life, and when I say art, I mean just not physical art as you know art to be, but like art as in friendships, art as in other relationships, art as in her family. There was just no way that I could get first place in that, in her heart. But through it all, passion, that was what was beautiful about her. She's the masterpiece. That was the art that I loved to see every time I was with her. So that's what that's about. Again, check out In the Middle of My Storm by your podcast host, Nate Learier, on Poetizer Publishing. Again, working on getting mainstreamed and within those stores, so hang tight. But if you can, go to poetizer.com, go get it. And then for this one, and Pinky Put a Thumb on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere that you can get a book. It's ebook, so Kindle, Apple Podcasts. I believe we're working on Google Play, but Google Books. But still, there's many other places that you can get it. Look up Pinky Pointer Thumb by Nathaniel Learier. Look up In the Middle of My Storm, Poetizer Publishing, Nathaniel Learier, and you'll find it. I promise you, you will. I thank you guys. Be sure to listen to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Radio Public, anywhere you get your audio streaming podcast, iHeartRadio, iTunes, all that jazz. Check out. Be sure to also listen to AudioWise if you can't watch it on YouTube. I know there's been a lot of me saying, "Oh, you do want to watch it on YouTube." I know many of you people do not watch YouTube that much, and I've had to endure that, and I've had to express that in a way and accept it in a way that not all the time is somebody going to want to be able to watch you and look at you, but you might want to listen. So if you listen AudioWise, fine by me. Listen AudioWise. If you watch on YouTube, fine by me. Watch on YouTube. Do both if you want to. Whatever you got to do. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at TheTalkin'Block. Follow me on TikTok, toast.2.becoming. Go get some gear. Shopify and the big cartel. It will be linked down below in the description. And I think that's about it. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And that's what I want to, before we go, I want to talk about something. Really do want to talk about something. This year, I know that I have been a lot of, this is my year, this is our podcast year, and you guys are probably thinking, well, you didn't do much. This year and next year, well, the rest of this year and next year, I'm going to do something. And I want you guys to join in on me doing it. We're not saying that it's going to be our year, because I think, and what I've realized is, at the beginning of the year, we expect to do our big ones. We expect to do a lot of big things and then show everybody about it. Let's keep our big ones in our bag to this year and next year. Hold on, hold fast, work yourself out. Be tactical about everything. I play Call of Duty, and if you guys play Call of Duty, you know that when you're in a team, so when you're doing I forgot what it is, but free play, I think it is. And you're in the team, and you have this one person who's just straight gunning it to the other enemy team. And as soon as they hit the corner, that enemy team is fired, open fire, because they got a sniper up there, they got 3 people down there, and they got somebody hiding in the corner over there, just straight shooting at them, dead, because they decided to rush out. I think that's us this year, and the rest of the and next year. Don't just go straight shooting out, because what happens is you lose that fire, you lose that passion, you lose the energy to do it. And now for the rest of the year, you trying to regain and help the team back out. But you can't do it as much as you wanted to because you're tired. So this year, keep your big ones in your bag. Don't let them out until maybe March, possibly April. Then start letting them out. Then start rolling into, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, big thing after big thing. But be tactical, be smart, relax, calm, plan it out. Let the year go by. You can do New Year's resolutions. That's fine. But don't act on them just yet. Think about every New Year's resolution. Order every New Year's resolution. What's most important? What's least important? Okay. What's going to benefit me? What's not going to benefit me? What's a want? What's a need? Who needs to be a part of it? Do I need to do it by myself? If somebody needs to be a part of it, who exactly needs to be a part of it? Because I've seen a lot of this year, such and such, these people can't do this no more, don't like nobody no more, gotta be mean, gotta be, all I got is myself. That was because you just flew straight in. And I'm speaking for myself too. We just flew straight in. So who's gonna be a part of it? Who's not gonna be a part of it? Well, if I gotta do it by myself, what resources do I need? Who do I need to talk to get resources? Don't tell them too much, but hey, just enough to thank you. Cool. I can go do it now. And that's what I wanted to talk about lastly. But yeah, this year, the rest of this year, next year, hold your big ones until like April, March timeframe, and then start letting them out. Start letting the dice roll. Start showing people what you made of. Start showing people, yeah, you got it, and not to be played with. All right. I thank you guys. Love you. See you guys once again on TheTalkin'Block. TTB, toast to become a guy and change my mind. That mind will change others. My change so many more become a chain of changed minds. Peace.